It's 4:50. I'm a little bit late. I tried 4:36. I tried to get to 4:20 at 4:20. Didn't intend to do this video. I was just up. I was just at 'em. I was thinking about this particular video for some reason. So let's do the news. Not entirely news. It's a UFO video, but it's a UFO video you're either going to love or you're going to hate. I know. There are a lot of people who disagree with me on the UFO stuff. I even know that there are people who hate it when I do videos like this. The catch here is the information that I use is mainstream sources. New York Times, Washington Post, not Wall Street Journal, but Washington Post, Politico, hell, even the Young Turks. I've even shown you military commanders that have come out and said, yes, we were experiencing this. Even the videos that were released that hit the media showing that those videos came from the Pentagon. I have validated everything that I've said on this case. And if I am right, there are only two realities. Either something is visiting us, or we are running some kind of secret project that many of the people in our military don't even know about. Both of those are profound. You're talking about technology that is wildly in advance of what we have. Again, either something that we are not showing elements of our military who are encountering these things. And by the way, we've been encountering these things for years. It's only now, however, that this stuff just hit the media in regards to the fact that we've been studying this phenomena. At this point, the skeptics are the conspiracy theorists. I have validated my case many times over. Here's the other point. Those videos sucked. Meaning the issue wasn't the videos. And I always made the case that the confirming part to this and the different tenor, this aspect within our intelligence services, I wanted this information out. The change in tenor of this is the branch of our military saying, yes, this phenomena is legit. That change in tenor is important. The people who would come out, decorated military people who would come out, would sit in front of the camera and say, yes, this is what I experienced when I was in the air. And would do a media circuit. Multiple people coming out and say, it's the people that matter in this case, not the videos. By the same token, those videos sucked. I want to see a real UFO. I did a video several years ago by a gentleman named Roger Lear. Roger Lear is a doctor. Now, he's a doctor that is well known in the UFO community for essentially doing surgeries to remove what people call implants. Now, Lear didn't touch the UFO stuff, at least not that I'm aware of. And I know you could say, dude, that's a really thin line, but the line was there. I don't know if he thought it would look bad on his public image, if it would somehow denigrate the work that he was doing. I don't know. But he wasn't fully into the UFO stuff, which makes this video, at least to me, that much more credible because he doesn't come across as a person who just hoaxes the stuff. But also, again, because he's not into the UFO stuff. Lear, in Turkey, there's a recurring UFO that was coming back in Turkey. And Lear, video crew, catches the video. This made big news in Turkey, even though it didn't hit anywhere else. And the scientific community in Turkey took it upon themselves to try to debunk the video. Their thing was, there's no fucking way this video is real. And we need to analyze this video footage so we can show the public that it's fake. The video footage was handed over to the researchers, the people who were going to do the analysis of the video. And it comes back real. The video wasn't doctored. It wasn't monkey with. It wasn't CGI. It wasn't special effects. The video was real. I'm going to show you that video footage. And the implications are phenomenal. Meaning I was bugging the devil out of my wife, making the point like, oh my God. I am even going to give you the documentation itself so you can look up the lab work yourself on it. Or meaning the analysis of the video footage yourself. I will put the links at the bottom of the video. Blaze one if you got one. Let's have a 420. Welcome to the Soapbox.
All
My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is Soapbox After Dark. If you dig this content, please like, share, subscribe. You can always support PayPal Patron. If you don't like these particular videos, you can always, walk. There are plenty of people that do. And I have to be honest, I am less concerned with the ideology of this stuff, I just want to know what's true, if that makes sense. And this is one of those foggy areas. I will say this, though. The fact that the information is finally coming to a head from the level of confirmation, I do accept, and I do like that. Even though I am terrified in the areas that this could potentially go with a population that gets spooked. If this start being incorporated in a more flesh-to-bone way. It's almost like the information is out. The information was on CNN. People kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. But it doesn't really affect them. They haven't necessarily internalized what this means. I've internalized it. I've internalized this for a long time. I've been fascinated by this and wanted to know more along the lines of what's true. And like I said, I stick with mainstream media sources because I like this notion that if you're going to challenge something, challenge what's from the standpoint of media on this very specific topic that has confirmed the phenomena. Roger Lear, I'm going to let him talk about this for a moment, just to give a little bit of backstory to it. Now, early in the morning, timestamp everything else. This is real footage. No bullshit. This is real footage. In fact, what brought this to my attention was that RT ran this video. And I was shocked as shit to see this video on RT. I know, it's Russia. There's a relationship with Turkey. So fair enough. But I was like, there is no way they would run this video if they didn't have the analysis backing up the video. The catch here is, this is partial to the analysis. So again, they were trying to debunk this. So the National Council for the Study of Science and Technology, TUBITAC, got interested in analyzing the original footage with the intention of, again, determining this was a hoax. The objects observed in the video have structure made of specific materials and are definitely not of any kind of CGI animation or any means of type of special effects used for simulation in a studio for video effects. So the conclusion of this report is that the observations are not a model, maquette, or fraud. And the last part of the report, it concludes that the objects observed have a physical structure that are made of materials and don't belong to any category of airplanes, helicopters, meteor, Venus, Mars, satellites, artificial lights, Chinese lanterns, etc., and that it mostly fits in the category of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, and of unknown origin. When I showed my wife this, I said, this video should be analyzed by more sources. Because if it is truly legit, meaning if there is no bullshit with this, which I don't think Roger Lear is bullshitting on this, then that means this is also true. Look at what they do. They drill in with the lens. It's like a 200 zoom lens on the camera. Look at what they do. This is them zooming in to this craft that The review of it says there's no bullshit with this video. Now, my wife said at this point, bullshit. Now, she didn't say bullshit because she had anything to go by with that. It was just, she's like, there's no way. There's no way. She couldn't wrap her head around it. There's no way. I asked her, what should it look like? Meaning, this is a typical, what everybody says UFOs look like. This. It's what everybody said. Flying saucer. Even the name. Coined back in like 30s or 40s. So you got your flying saucer. It's lit up by the moonlight. And it just so happened these guys have a camera on it. And just so happened the camera has a zoom that allows them to drill into it. I told her, I said, look, as far as I know, this video is real. And if this video is real, and if the analysis of this video is real, which, I mean, you can look it up for yourself, Tube Attack. And I'll put this article, I mean, there's a case background and everything else associated with it. Then this is indeed mind-blowing. This is indeed mind-blowing. I knew about this case for a long time ago, and like I said, 3 years ago I covered this, but I didn't have my hands on the analysis of it by the organization that reviewed it. Shout out to Kuntz for sending me the analysis of the video itself and people going into the analysis of the video. This is awesome. Now, this is a 420. So I get the immediate, I can't, but understand, if the U.S. military has just confirmed that something has been flying in our skies and we don't know what it is, there are only two potentials. Either it is not us or it is us. If it is us, whatever is flying in our skies are doing so with technology that has not been disclosed to the public, meaning there's this kind of black budget thing that is taking place that our own pilots don't realize. Because the phenomenon itself has been confirmed. I hope you understand what I mean and why I'm taking this framing of argument. There are only two realities. Both of those realities are mind-blowing. If it is not us, then it's something else. And the military is getting video footage of that stuff, but people just randomly across the world may be in a position where they take a video. And oftentimes that video is like, yeah, there's no way that's real, or that's not really a good image. Probability. Somebody has to luck up. Somebody has to get a good shot, right? Otherwise, how can we validate the experience? And if the military is getting footage of it, then other people have to be too. Oftentimes we just pretend it doesn't exist or it's not real. Well, in this case, the video is validated. The video is validated. Now, either this video is a fake, which you could say, dude, that video is a fake. That video is not real. That there's no way that video is real. Or you can suspend doubt for the moment and engage in this notion of what if that video is real? And what is flying in those craft that the U.S. military is saying it doesn't know what those things are that is invading our airspace? Well, Lear got a shot. Lear is no longer with us. Lear is passed. But I would say, he's going to be known for his work. But I was less interested in his work, if I'm being honest, and just more interested in the last thing that he did before he croaked. I was fascinated by this. The implications of this are phenomenal. Implications are phenomenal. But, by the way, I want more analysis of that. I hope you understand what I mean. This is not me just kind of like just resting on it. Yes, I want the video to be real. But at the same token, I also want analysis of the video to ensure that it's real. The beings in the craft also matched the typical, what they would consider to be gray. It's what people describe. They were big eyes and they were looking at me in these kind of weird ways. Well, that also seems to be validated. Fascinating. Utterly fascinating. Drake equation has nothing to do and spending hours analyzing some garbage footage. I'm telling you, dude, this footage is real. The footage is real. And by the way, the footage, let me put this at the bottom. And it's either real or not. And you can always take the position that it's not real, but how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? They asked Sadi Guru, they said, what happens after death? And Sadi Guru looked at the guy and he says, how would you know even if I told you? Like, if I told you and I gave you an answer, you're stuck either believing me or not believing me. Both of those things are exactly the same. You analyze the footage like this because you want to determine whether or not the footage is legit. If the footage is not, you can say so. If the footage is, oh my God. But based on what we know and what the military has owned up to, you can't ignore it. Can't ignore it. All right, I'll leave this here. Like, you're just a bitchy malcontent for the most part. Yeah. Look, I get it. Some people recoil from this. There was a psychologist is on an airplane. The airplane sees a UFO in the sky with it. The people get down and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And they go to the psychologist and they said, did you see it? He says, no, I didn't look out the window. I don't believe in UFOs. People get that type of stuff. I mean, I had a friend of mine, the guy I work with, John. John was cool as hell. Him and I got on the subject of ghosts one time. And he says, yeah, man, I don't believe in that shit. That stuff's not real. And then he says, you know, which I know means that he's about to say something to completely refute what he just said. He says, there was a time where I went to a house. We were helping a person move in. Everybody else had left. I see somebody walk up the stairs. I follow behind them, calling for them. They don't respond. I walk upstairs. There's nobody there. I said, you saw ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I was like, dude, then what is it? I don't know. I have no idea. But you admit that it matches the description of what people consider to be a ghost. Yeah, but I don't believe in ghosts. It's like, all right, dude. That stuff is always weird to me. What is wrong with inspecting the world the way the world is? It's either true or false. What's with the blockage? I don't know the blockage. I don't get the blockage. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks all. I'll be back momentarily. I actually have real news to deal into. Thanks all.